Hello, folks. My name is James Bayfield. Today, this afternoon, I'm going to talk about foreclosure as we know it today. I'm going to talk about it from two different perspectives. We'll talk about it from the homeowner perspective. I'm also going to talk about it from the investor perspective. I'm also going to talk about it from the lender perspective. You got the homeowner, the investors who wants to make a profit, and the lender who wants this process to go away. I'm going to talk about your options. What are some of your rights? What are some of the things you can do to prevent foreclosure from a homeowner perspective? I'm also going to talk about an investor. How does the investor profit? I'm also going to talk about the lender perspective. At the homeowner perspective, your objective is to avoid foreclosure at all expense. Your objective is to avoid foreclosure, keep your house, and lower your interest rate. That's your main objective. And the only way you can get that done is through legal means. As an investor, your goal is to get the property through what we call a short sale. And to be able to buy that property for at a discount so you could quickly resell a property back to the open market to like an FHA buyer, a retail buyer, so you can make a profit. From a lender perspective, the lender job and objective is to speed up this foreclosure process as fast as they can, and fast as they can, so they could go ahead and get this non-performing asset off their book. Here we go. So here's my title. I'm a foreclosure specialist. Like I said, I'm a short sale negotiator. I'm also a loss mitigator, meaning that I negotiate debt back and forth with the lender. When I contact the bank as a negotiator, I speak to the loss mitigation department. I'm also a loan modification specialist. That's one of the tools that as a loss mitigator we have to lower interest rates and to lower monthly payments, which allow homeowners to end up staying in their homes. Sometimes a good option if a homeowner is currently working, they have a job. There's no reason why they should not stay in their home. I believe they should stay in a home and go to another property where profit can be made if that's your objective. Either way, it still could make an income, make a living. I'm also paralegal, which means that for the last year and a half, I attended an ABA approved school. That means American Bar Association approved school. That means out of 1,500 legal training for paralegal, only about 200 or 300 that's currently approved by the American Bar Association. I graduated at Queens College paralegal department. I also went to York College paralegal, which means that I understand litigation, I understand foreclosure proceeding, I understand the whole CPLR, which is civil practice rule and law. I understand that very much. I understand contract. I understand family law. I understand how to read the law, how to make sense with the law, because we are trained to support the attorney. I'm not a licensed attorney. Some of the things I might talk about this evening might fall in the realm of giving you advice, but this is for pure educational purpose only, to give you information so you can make informed decision, informed strategy, so you have an idea which direction you're going. If you're a homeowner, if you're an investor, what you should do, what you should not do. If you're a lender, working with a lender attorney, to understand the mindset of the lender attorney. The lender attorney is not your friend. Lender attorney is being retained, is being paid a legal fee. Their job, their contract is to quickly dispose this foreclosure proceeding so they could go ahead and get this non-performing asset off their books so they can look good. So everybody have an objective. Everybody have a reason to be in here. Like I said, I'm also a real estate investor. Sometimes some of this transaction I might buy it. Some of this transaction I might position my company to buy it on paper via contract and quickly resell it to an investor who wants to renovate the property, who wants to go ahead and resell it to a private owner, a person who's going to get a private loan, such as an FHA or a federal housing loan, or a Fannie Mae loan, or some kind of loan to get this property doing. I'm not in that business. I don't deal with that type of market. I don't have patience for it. I don't like getting fridge and all that stuff. I'm just not in that business. So I quickly make a profit and get move on and make a couple dollars. I'm also used to be a developer. I build homes before. So basically, the reason I'm giving you my resume, so you have an idea who you're dealing with. Someone that knows the business in and out from every angle, so that's not going to BS you. That's going to tell you what you need to know without wasting your time. All right. So if you're currently in foreclosure, what are some of your options? Well, basically, I'm going to talk some of your options today. One of your options is a forbearance agreement. A forbearance agreement is nothing more than an option afforded to you if you have an FHA loan that the lender are required to work some kind of agreement with you where they put you in a temporary payment plan and to see how that works. But the problem with the forbearance agreement, while you're in the forbearance process, the loan is still recorded as being late. It hurts your credit. So I'm not a big fan of forbearance agreement, but forbearance agreement has its place. So if you're currently in foreclosure, your bank might give you what you call a forbearance agreement. They might give you a temporary payment plan to see how that works for 3 or 4 months. If you make 3 or 4 months payment without no problem, without no hiccups, they might convert you to the next program, which is called a modification of your loan. Loan modification is where the lender take the current mortgage, the current security, and re-amortize it for another 30 years, right? And also cut down the interest rate, which allow you to make your payments. Some lenders are motivated to do so because the government give them an incentive. Some lenders prefer to just go to the foreclosure proceeding and get rid of that customer because their customers in their mind is not a good risk. The customer in their mind is not a good customer, so they prefer to just dispose the loan, no modification, no forbearance. But the law says they have to help you out, and they want to look good as part of public policy and interest, and help you out a little bit. The next option is a repayment plan. Some lender, based on how much you're currently delinquent. If you're delinquent $5,000, they might ask you to bring a repayment plan of 50%, which is like $2,500 to put you in a repayment plan. It's almost like a forbearance agreement. They just call it a repayment plan. All right. So your next option is a short sale. This is one of the area in the business I specialize in heavily, and that's the process when you say, you know what, I don't want this property anymore. This property is over leveraged. I owe the bank $200,000, right? But the mortgage of the property is around $400,000. I'm upside down. There's nothing I can do to ever make this thing work. So therefore, it doesn't make sense to keep this property, but I needed to get this property off my name, off the books, so I'm going to go through a short sale. So which means the lender has to be willing to accept less money that's currently owed on the loan. That's what a short sale is. The process could be lengthy. It could be 3 months. It could be 4 months. It could be 6 months. It could be a year. Some short sales take about a year. Some short sales take less. It's all depending who's the lender is, who's the investor. If you're dealing with a service company, they have to get the investors to approve the deal. And simultaneously, while you're working to a short sale, you have to have a buyer pre-qualified, ready to go to do the deal. That's why individuals like myself prefer to work with cash investors. Why? Cash investors doesn't need a lot of time. Once the short sale is approved, they have money in the bank ready to go, fire it up, the deal is done. You know what I mean? So we can move forward. Other options you have is refinance. Right now, the government is allowing some kind of refinancing going on for FHA borrowers, and say, you know what, we'll refinance the property, and if you meet certain criteria, you got to look into all that stuff. You can always Google, find out what option you have. All right. You also have, if you have an FHA loan, same thing. It's called FHA. They used to have a program called FHA partial claim. Basically mean they'll discount the mortgage, they'll give you a new payment plan, and the difference that's on that it's almost like giving you a loan. And it was a program they created to assist you to keep your home. All right. You also could have another program most bank have, like it's called a deed in lieu. Deed in lieu basically mean, hey, you can't pay the mortgage no more. Instead of going through a short sale, taking a long time, going back and forth, we'll give you $3,000, then you sign a deed over to us. Some owners think it's a good option. They avoid foreclosure. It's just another option. So homeowners will do that most of the time. So basically, that's how this business works. You know what I mean? You have a lot of options. and you just got to make up your mind which option work for you. Now, most people ask themselves, what are some of my legal options? Well, some of your legal options, once you've been served a foreclosure notice, if they serve you in your hand, personally, they walk into to your door, they serve you with a piece of paper, which is a summons and complaint. They go together. It could be a summons and complaint, which is what you're going to have, or summons with notice. Most of the time, it's going to be a summons and complaint. So once you receive, if they serve you in person, that's called personal service. That means you have 20 days, folks. 20 days to file an answer, so you don't go in default. You don't ever want to be in default. Once you go in default, it's hard to file what we call an answer where the judge will take you serious. Which means that you're gonna have to have a good excuse, a good reason why you could not file the answer on a timely fashion. The other option you have is file a late answers. But like I said, again, you need a good excuse for the default, such as, you know what, I didn't get they didn't properly serve me, such as I was not around, I was sick, I was in the hospital, I could not do such and such, or I didn't have the money to do this to hire an attorney or somebody, some excuse. You need to have an excuse. All right. Another option you have is to file a motion. You can file a motion to dismiss the action, such as for lack of personal jurisdiction, meaning that it wasn't served properly, you didn't receive service. You can file a motion for a whole host of reasons. Then, if you currently in your last legs, they give it sell your house like tomorrow, you need to go ahead and file an order to show cause. You need to let the bank know, let the court know, hey, I'm currently working on loan modification, I need more time. I'm currently working on a short sale, I need more time. Or I didn't receive a settlement conference, which is required if the property is owner-occupied under CPLR 3408. So if you didn't receive that, then you have options. So preliminary conference, settlement conference is a good tool to use to sit down with the lender and to discuss options. And they bring your pay stub, bring your bank statement, bring your W-2, bring whatever you have, a proof of financial resource that you'll be able to pay this payment. Then you get yourself in the business. You can always file Chapter 13, which basically means, hey, you know what? If all else don't work, you can always file bankruptcy. File Chapter 13, which is at the federal level, and allow yourself to rearrange your finance and meet with a trustee, and where they combine all your income, all your expenses, and try to come with a reasonable payment plan. The problem with Chapter 13 bankruptcy program is that if you miss just one payment, it could throw your whole program, expose you again. So you can always file again and go through that process. So, like I said, my name is James Bayfield. I'm with jamesbayfield.com. I also have a website called We Stop Foreclosure NY, and you can always reach me in that website. You can also reach me via my physical address. You can always call our office. Our number here is 718-341-2400. This is basically a basic video for individuals that's currently in foreclosure that need some basic options to so what can they do? I mean, there's a lot of things you can do. There's a lot of options. You could make a motion for the bank to produce the note. Where some Supreme Courts here in New York and Queens County, some of the lenders, some of the judges allow the lender to file what you call a loss affidavit of note. A loss note affidavit basically means that they can't find the note, and then the judge is just going to submit an affidavit. So that's the law. You got to try to understand as much as fit if you can. Like I said, you can always call me at 718-341-2400. I have a paralegal here in my office. I have access to attorneys. If it's something I can help you, assist you with, if it has to do with the state of New York, if it's in your state, maybe I could direct you online. I also have access to Westlaw, which is our database that have all the laws that the judges has decided on. So if you need assistance, just give me a holler. 718-341-2400, and we get this ball rolling. Thank you.